All right, guys, how you doing? This is Doc Green, the Road Scholar out here. I'm let y'all know I'm over here at the hotel in Bossier City at the Horseshoe Casino. I'm taking it easy, kind of taking a day off. Um, Gotta do a little video. Haven't done one in a few days. I know there's a lot of information to give out. So here we go. We're out here in Bossier, running in the oil fields of Louisiana, the gas fields actually. Money is still pretty good out here. Now my company is trying a new way of running things. They bought a bunch of day cabs, and because these guys in the day cabs have no place to really rest in a day cab, they're kind of letting them go in front of us. I think it's kind of an experiment, but it has hurt the drivers with sleepers, the owner operators, and the lease program operators. And here's why: because they get first priority, the day cab. So when we all get to a staging area, if there's a day cab there, he gets to go in first. Now normally that probably wouldn't affect us that much if it was on what we call a zipper well, or two wells that were running a lot faster or something like that. But on this one, it's taking them an average of about an hour to 2 hours to get 3 or 4 boxes ready, unloaded and back ready to be picked up. And here's why that hurts us. And then it goes down every day. This well goes down every day for a few hours for maintenance and to perforate the well and things like that. So here's why it hurts us. Because while we're sitting out here waiting, we may pull in, get stuck waiting, and 3 of those day cabs come through. Well, they get to go ahead of us and pick up the sandboxes, and we end up having to wait for another few hours. The only problem with that is these 3 guys who did the day cabs already go out, pick up another load, and come back before 3 more boxes are ready. So they move up to the front of the line again. So we're stuck there another 3 hours waiting on them to get out and get going. And sometimes they may have 4 boxes. One of us might get to go or something. But it is cut down on me an average of about 2 runs a day, which cost me in my pocket about $560 a day since I started. Now, here's the thing. I know they're going to work out the bugs and everything. I know if we were on a regular well, we'd all be rolling like this and everything. And our company is one of the leaders in the sandbox industry, Amerifield. We were out here when it first came out, and we're still trying to figure out how to run it. So I have a feeling, after he runs this another few days or something, the powers that be at Amerifield will kind of come to the same conclusion we are, that it's not really working out for the other drivers, and they're going to have to make some adjustments. I mean, they'll have to, or they'll start losing a lot of drivers. And our owners and our management team and everything they're pretty smart. They realize that. And I will say this much: our communication at Amerifield has always been great. Here's the problem I see with a lot of the drivers and the reason they quit and everything. A lot of drivers, something happens, and instead of trying to talk to management to try to explain the situation of why they're upset or why they're not happy or something, they just get mad and leave and quit. Leave the truck somewhere with it. It's very childish. A lot of childish drivers out here. Look, if you have a problem with the company, take the truck back, explain it to them. Now, I understand if they don't fix it, or they don't try to work on it, or help you out or anything, or work with you to try to fix the problem, then it may be time to leave. But just to up and leave and get mad and go, you had a couple of bad days. I mean, first of all, this is oil field. You're going to have a couple of bad days. It's going to happen. But for you to sit there and get all that kind of, emotionally, I can't say emotionally, it's just, you're not thinking. And then it goes on your DAC report and everything else. It's just not a good idea. So my advice is, take your truck back to the yard, talk to the management team. We have a great management team, and if they can't help you out at our yard level, you can always call up the line, call fleet manager, get the fleet manager. The fleet manager will call up upper management, and they're going to take your concerns seriously. They always have here. The biggest problem I see is drivers are scared to say something to management. They act like if they say something to management, that management's going to punish them for some reason. And management doesn't. Here's the thing: the more trucks management has running, the more money the company's going to make. So they're not going to punish you for trying to express ideas and concerns that could get the company moving better. I mean, they're just not going to do that. And especially in Amerifield. Now, there may be some companies out here that you ran into that problem. I'm sorry, maybe you're working for the wrong company. I know Amerifield seems to work with us quite well. I love that skyline behind me. They work with us quite well, and they listen to us. They take our concerns, and as long as we're voicing what's going on, they'll listen to us. Past that, let me say this, though. I'm kind of complaining because my numbers have dropped down, but the truth is, I'm still making over 2,000 a week take home. So I'm still making well over 100 grand after my truck payment, after my fuel, after my insurance, after my taxes and my heavy duty tax. I forget. I keep saying DD 214, but that's a military term. But after all of our road tax and everything else, after everything's paid and my escrow account and everything else, I'm still taking over $2,000 home. And after the first 10 weeks, we pay an extra $750 for an escrow and some other things that only take out for the first 10 weeks. After that, it's going to be like a $750 raise. I think I got about another 3 or 4 weeks before that jumps in. So at that point, I'll still be close to $3,000 a week, even losing these other runs. So, I mean, it's frustrating because they spoiled me. I ain't gonna lie. Amerifield spoiled me. I got used to taking over 4,500, 5,000, one check for 6,000, and I know if I could have pushed out a couple more loads, I could have got $7,000 check, and I got spoiled. But I got to get back down to reality and realize, 150,000 a year is nothing to laugh at. That's pretty good money too. So I need to, and I try to explain that to other drivers. Other drivers are getting upset and everything. And instead of, here's the thing, guys. If you're getting out of your truck and you're talking to all these other drivers around the well, and everyone's upset and everyone's mad, well, the companies, we're paying 3 times as much for this truck as it's worth. Well, but you knew that when you were buying the truck, and the chances are your credit's not good enough to buy a truck on your own. So it's like a used car lot. You go buy a used car at a used car lot, and you're going to end up paying 4 or 5 times what it's worth, But they did you the favor of giving you a car so you get back for it to work, turn enough money to hopefully straighten up your credit and get back on track in a few years, But Amerifields gave us some good trucks. I mean, they worked with this thing. They put new tires. I still got to get some on my truck because I had to keep my truck running while they were repairing everyone else's. But I mean, to sit here and say, well, I'm paying 3 times as much for this truck. Yeah, but before you bought this truck, you were making, what, $1,200, $1,500 a week? Working for Amerifield, maybe even less than that. A lot of the company drivers were making like almost $1,000 to $1,200 a week, which I guess they thought was good money at the time because they stayed with it. Then they get on a lease purchase program and they start making $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 a week, and they're complaining because I got to pay all this money for the truck. Man, they just gave you double, in some instances, triple your pay, and you're complaining because you're going to pay a little bit more for the truck than it would be if you had excellent credit and you had a great down payment. You could go out here and buy one somewhere else. I mean, I'm sorry, guys. That just kills me how people get upset about stuff like that. Some drivers only come over here. They keep the truck. They're gonna keep the truck along a little while and go out here and pay, save up their money and go buy a truck for cash somewhere. And hey, if that's what you want to do, that's fine. But I'm just saying, be careful on what you're buying. I mean, our trucks have a few issues, but there's no major issues. Our trucks are only a year old. You're going to go out here and buy a $40,000 truck. I'm sorry, I can't help but laugh because some of these people it makes no sense to me. You're going to go buy a $40,000 truck, and it's going to be probably about 8 to 10 years old, and all kinds of issues and everything else, and you're going to have to fix it, and you're going to drop about another. Listen, like this one driver I know, and he's a good driver, great guy, and everything. He bought a fleet truck, and he told me, he learned his lesson. He bought a fleet truck and ended up putting another 6,000 to 8,000 into it, and by the time he's done, it's 50,000, 60,000. And I guess he owns it now, and he's doing great and everything, but it's still an older truck, and I'm kind of looking at it like I'm getting a truck that's only about 2 years old, not even a full 2 years old. Mine had less than 200,000. Matter of fact, I think it's still got less than 200. I might have just over 200,000 miles on it now, and yeah, I'm paying a lot for it, but I'm making a lot of money, and I don't really see the problem. But anyway, I digress. Back to the communication with the companies. I got to talk about drivers because I don't understand their thinking. Everyone trying to take a shortcut and screw somebody else over and make some money, and guys, in the long run, everyone I know that does that ends up biting them in the ass. When I did it, because I did it when I was younger, I'd try to jack drivers out of runs and stuff back when I was running intermodal. I try to, not really cheat them, but, I knew how to work the system a little bit better because I've been there a little longer and everything. And I do good for about a month or two, and then it's like karma. Karma comes and gets you. So, guys, watch yourself out there. Watch what you're doing because it's going to get you in the end. But back to the communications with your companies. If your companies aren't listening to you, you might need to get another company. I know Amerifield listens to us. A lot of people are scared to talk to management again, like I said, and I don't understand why. Because if you're not talking to management doesn't know there's a problem. Management keeps operating like it has, and it's costing the company money. And you're out looking for another job somewhere, and you're all pissed off and mad at the company. And you go, "Well, they knew." No, they didn't know because no one told them. So communication with your company, guys. That's about it for this video. I know I've covered a lot of different topics on this one, but I haven't done one in a few days. I'm going to do another one here in just a few minutes. I want to talk about the introduction. A lot of companies or people are talking on. I'm going to talk about some of these trucking radio shows that you listen to on Sirius and give you my opinion about some of these hosts and everything and what they're saying and what they're doing. I'm not going to give names, but you'll know what I'm talking about. Thanks a lot, guys.